Reality Unraveled by Radio. Scrolling through my grandmother's attic, I stumbled upon an old radio covered in dust, its wooden frame worn by time. I had always loved the stories she told about listening to it during the war, but no story prepared me for what happened when I turned the dial. As the static cleared, a voice crackled through, announcing news from a year that hadn't come yet. At first, I laughed, thinking it was some vintage sci-fi broadcast, but my blood ran cold when I realized the world it described was one in which I never existed. Days turned into nights as I obsessively tuned in, each broadcast painting a chilling picture of a world moving on without me. My parents never had a third child, my school friends spoke of someone else in my place. It was all too detailed, too real. I tried to ignore it, even convinced myself it was a prank. But the radio knew things, secrets I'd never told a soul. I couldn't shake the feeling that I was eavesdropping on a reality that was never meant for me, a life where my presence was a mere anomaly. I sought answers, diving into my grandmother's old journals, hoping for some explanation. That's when I found a note tucked between the pages, in her familiar cursive: "The radio shows truths of paths untaken." I realized it was showing me a world that could have been, had I never existed. Panic clawed at my insides as I began to feel my own reality slipping. Memories of my childhood felt distant, like echoes fading into something forgotten. One stormy night, the radio crackled to life on its own, the voice tauntingly announcing my disappearance. The air around me felt charged, my body heavy with dread. I screamed into the void, pleading to remain in the world I knew. The final words from the radio etched themselves into my soul: "The world corrects itself." As the broadcast ended, silence enveloped the room, and I felt a chilling shift. When I looked into the mirror, the reflection was no longer mine, and the life I had known was just a whisper, carried away with the static.